Yo, what's poppin'? Welcome to Bhroman Braapsody. This is where we review cars, motorcycles, anything that goes brap, doesn't matter how many wheels it has. Today's a special episode. It's a 5-year ownership review of White Heat, my 2020 Indian Roadmaster Dark Horse. Things I've loved about the bike, what I don't like about the bike. Would I buy this bike if I knew what I know now back then? And should you buy it? And it's also a bittersweet episode of some sorts because it's time to bid farewell to an old friend. So stay tuned. But before we do any of that, if you're new to Bhroman, give us a like and hit that subscribe button. We put out content every week and your support would mean a lot. It's me, it's your boy Bro, and I am your Bhroman. So I bought the bike in November 2020, and over the last 5 years, we have ridden for 27,000 miles cross country through Canada and a bunch of other memorable rides. So this is my take on the bike. It's not based on an hour-long ride, a couple of hour-long rides. This is based on lots of miles and lots of hours in the seat. Yeah, let's get into it, shall we? So the first things first is the looks. Man, this is a very good-looking bike. Everywhere I go, everywhere I've been, it always draws a crowd. People are always interested in knowing what this bike is. They look at it and I'm like, oh, that's an Indian. Oh, this is such a great, that's just such a beautiful looking bike. It's a beautiful Indian. And there's always a story around it. Like someone in their family has owned an Indian at some point of time. The dad, the grandfather, the uncle, husband, wife, ex-wife, ex-husband, somebody has always owned an Indian. So it's a great looking bike, and it's also a great conversation starter. Next up is the comfort. This seat is amazing. I have the heated and cooled seats. Your leg placement is great. It's comfortable. Your handlebars are nice and comfy. It's just such a relaxed riding position. This bike is meant to eat up miles, highway miles and miles and miles. 600, 700 miles a day, no problem at all. You have beautiful speakers, a big touchscreen. What else could you ask for? And speaking of comfort, heated cool seats. On hot days, it keeps your family jewels nice and cool, and on cold days, it keeps your butt warm. You have a big windshield, a big fairing, lowers that you can open and close, and this is an adjustable windshield. So at a touch of a button, it goes up, and it can also go down to its lowest setting or wherever you decide to leave it. The next point is the storage space. There's storage space all around this motorcycle. You have a huge trunk. You can fit 2 full-size helmets in it or a bunch of stuff that you want. Saddlebags, very big and deep saddlebags on both sides. And if you look down there, you have a little cubby hole on the fairing on both sides. And on top, you have a little more storage space. If you have a smaller phone, it can fit in there. It also has a USB outlet, so if you want CarPlay and stuff, you can do that. Great for road trips, solo, 2 up, you name it. Comfortable seat, comfortable backrest. Can't go wrong with it. And then you have the engine. This is the beautiful air-cooled Thunderstroke 116 that Indian puts out. Lots of torque, about 125 foot-pound of torque. But this is not stock anymore. I have the stage 1 intake. And I'll get to the mods in a bit, but this is not stock. But at the heart is this beautiful motor. It's got torque for days and a beautiful sound, a beautiful character, that lub-dub-dub-dub sound. Oh my God, this is just freaking amazing. I love this engine, I love the motor, I love the sound, I love the character. For anything to be good, you need a good heart, and it's got an amazing, amazing heart. Another surprising thing that I found out about this bike is that she is a very big girl, of course. She's about 950 pounds. With fuel and all that stuff. So that means she's very, very, very stable on the interstates, the highways, around semis, behind semis and bigger trucks and all that stuff. Very stable. You don't get much wind buffering, or you're going to get thrown around a lot. Usually when a bike is big and heavy, it means it doesn't corner well or doesn't handle well. These bikes love those long sweepers all day long. It'll take it all day long. For a bike of its size and dimensions, it's surprisingly good. Now, if you're getting into like a really technical piece, technical twisties and stuff, not its forte, you're going to have to fight a lot. It's not bad. I mean, for what it is and the size and the dimensions, you can't outrun physics, but it does a really good job of going hand in hand and trying to do the best job that it can. What about the bad things? There's got to be some bad things, right? Well, let's start off. She's hot. I mean, yeah, she looks hot, but yeah, when I say she's hot, she runs really, really hot. It's an air-cooled engine. Of course, it's going to be hot. It's not really fun on hot summer days if you're stuck in traffic or in slow-moving traffic, or you have to stop and go and stop and go. It's really not fun. You get a lot of heat coming out from the engine, the exhaust, all of that. That's something to keep in mind. It does get hot. If you're used to air-cooled motorcycles, it's not a problem. But if you're not used to air-cooled motorcycles, well, might take some getting used to. But yeah, it does get hot quite a lot. I did the cat delete and that helped a little bit, but it really, really, really gets hot. Yeah, and that weight I was talking about, which is great for the highway riding and stuff like that, yeah, that's not so much fun when you're trying to do low-speed maneuvers in the parking lot, or trying to make slow-speed U-turns, or trying to just maneuver in slow-moving traffic. You feel the weight. You really do in like really slow-moving traffic and slow flow. Yeah, you get used to it, yes, but takes some getting used to. So keep that in mind. Building on the weight and the dimensions of this motorcycle, it's not a bike that you want to be riding aggressively on. If you want to take aggressive corners and stuff, this is definitely not the bike for you. You'll be scraping your tailpipes, your floorboards, and a whole lot of stuff if you're not careful, and you might get into something even worse if you're not careful and you try to push yourself too much. Those were the good and the bad things that I've experienced in 5 years with this amazing motorcycle. Let's show you the mods and talk about the maintenance that's gone into it. So speaking of the mods, the first thing I changed on this motorcycle was the stage 1 air intake from Indian. Gotta have a breather, gotta breathe more air in. More air means, you know, better combustion, and that's gonna help with the power. For the exhaust, I went with Tab Performance with the zombie baffles. This thing is loud. It's really, really, really loud, but it's fun. What I also did was I got rid of the cat. So I have a cat delete set there, and it has this Indian Stage 2 kit. The Stage 2 is bigger cams, bigger fuel injectors, all of that. And what does that do? Well, makes the bike react better and be more peppy and be a little quicker and faster, if you ask me. And then on top of that, I also got a custom tune from Lloyd's Performance, and that's pushed the torque and horsepower numbers up a little bit. But it also, the bad thing is it overrides the rear cylinder deactivation. So these bikes have a feature where if it's running hot or something and you're stopped in traffic or whatever, it'll cut down, it'll stop the rear cylinder, so it's just on one, so it's not as hot. If you get the Lloyd's Performance tune, that overrides the deactivation, so it makes it a little hotter, but it sounds better and is faster. So as for the maintenance and stuff, it's pretty standard. I've gone by the Indian suggestions. The break-in service at 1,000 miles and then a service every 5,000 miles. I mean, they alternate between the 5 and the 10. So think of it as 5,000, 10,000, 15,000. So you either go up by multiples of 5 or 10, and those vary a little bit. One's about 350, the other's about 450. Depends on your dealer and the area that you're in. And it's given me no issues at all. It's never left me stranded, nothing. I've had to change the battery a couple of times. I know it's been 27,000 miles, so a couple of sets of tires. Other than that, it's just been pretty easy. If you stay on top of those, your bike's gonna be running forever. So it's been pretty low maintenance if you think about it. So in these 5 years and 27,000 miles, this bike has given me everything that I would have asked for from a touring bike. It's comfortable, it's taken me places, cross country, into Canada, Banff National Park, all of that. So it's been a great companion. Overall, man, this bike is a great product. If you want to be riding cross country on the highways this is the bike for you. It just eats up miles. It looks really good. It's got a lot of heritage. It's Indian. The name Indian, and I pretty much built my brand around it, you know, Indian and an Indian. So in my opinion, a great bike. And would I buy this bike if I knew what I know now back then? Most definitely I would. Now with time, my riding style has changed, my preferences have changed. I am more into sporty riding and taking corners a little more aggressively than I can on a bike of this size and dimension. I am looking to go into something a little more lighter, a little more nimbler, and a little more stupider that we can have some more stupid fun with. But the memories I've had with White Heat, I'll carry them with me forever. She was a great chapter in my life, and all chapters must come to an end, and all chapters must close. So sadly, fortunately or unfortunately, it's time for me to move on from White Heat. Great bike. It's an amazing bike. Thanks for watching, you guys. Keep your knees in the breeze, and I'll see you soon. Bro out.